Hello everyone, today another finished object video, socks. That's another beautiful pair of socks that I knitted with Patons Kroy yarn. I'm going to show you that in a sec. This is a free pattern, so check it out. There's also a tutorial step by step on this channel if you're interested. Fast and easy socks. So, and because this is a sport weight, and someone said, I'm going to show you that, why I classify it as sport per se, not as fingering, and I think RAVELRY classified as fingering. What would you say? Is it fingering or is it sport? So first things first, this is Patons Kroy Socks, and the color is Aqua Jaguar on the screen now, so check it out under the barcode. Lovely. Another thing that it's interesting, obviously it's a blend, 75-25. We have washable wool and 25% nylon, but underneath it we have approximately 152 meters, 166 yards for 50 grams. So for 100 is 304 meters. That's thick for me. So on the screen over here, I'm going to write down other fingering weight yarns that we start from 425 meters, which is 460, I think 3 yards. Then we go for 400 meters, and then we have, I think that's like 430 something yards, and then 366. Okay, that's a fingering too, and that's 400 yards. And you know, with this 166 yards per 50, so what? It's 332 yards, because with the previous ones on the screen I use smaller size of needles. With this I would have to use a bigger one. So let me know, what do you think? Would you classify it as sport or as a fingering? And I know in some countries apparently people skip the sport overall and they go from fingering to DK, but as you can see by this, there's different thickness of the strand through the many balls, and yeah, so just that. However, the pattern has 4 sizes, and I normally go with the number of stitches. Most of the time people know how many stitches they cast on with a certain needles and certain yarn to fit their feet, because they have knitted a few socks already and they know. So for instance, for fingering, for me, I go with 56 stitches, and with certain size for me in regards to needles. That gives me, when you put the socks flat, 9 centimeters overall. And for like sport, I need to go 48 stitches and move up the size with the size of needles to get a certain fabric that I want, because that's basically what we're aiming for. The fabric that we feel it's something that we like. It's not too loose, it's not too tight, and then eventually by that we will calculate how many stitches we need to fit our foot. That's basically what we do over here. So with those 4 sizes, you can definitely grab and knit in fingering. Well, I would knit with fingering, sport, and even DK. I could probably go with 48 with DK. Yeah. But it's very tight, because that's what I do with holding fingering double, and I also go 48, but it's slightly different fabric I'm getting, very dense fabric. Right, so toe-up socks with afterthought heel, 1x1 rib, finishing with tubula. You have all that in the tutorial and in the information in the pattern per se, so check it out on RAVELRY and Lovecraft. And these, you may notice, they're not properly fitted on my sock blockers. So over here I have 56 stitches on my US size 2 2.75, which gives me, when I put it flat, 10 centimeters. That way you will know I have 28 stitches, 28 stitch gauge. That would be 7 stitches per 1 inch, isn't it? And they knit up so fast, especially. Okay, whatever. That I'm using these needles. So for beginners, just to let you know, this is a cord. This cord is 80 centimeters, which is 32 inches. But I just do 1 sock at a time over here. If you want to do 2 socks at the time, you would need for sure 100 centimeters, which is 40 inches cord. I use this type of needles for starting a toe and finishing with the heel, but for the tube and ribbing I use those little bits, and probably that's why I'm knitting so fast, because you're just knitting around without switching anything, so you're saving some time that way. And because it's July and I'm thinking of gift knitting for Christmas, so this pair is for that. Someone is going to get it. So now let me know, have you started your knitting gifts list? I hope that's the order I should say. So yeah, so far at the moment I'm just knitting socks, and we shall see what the future brings. I hope you enjoy this one, and the next one is going to be shawl. Actually 3 shawls, because hopefully I'll publish my new patterns. So stay tuned, subscribe, there'll be 20% discount for a limited period of time. Bye. Oh, and it is fingering weights shawl. You need just 1 skein. Okay, bye.